Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today it is time for another palette bingo of shame. And if you don't know what that is, that's okay because I will tell you. So every month we have a group of makeup lovers like myself that pick a couple different things for a palette bingo of shame, and basically it's just a way to dip into your collection. For me personally, I am very good at dipping into my old palettes. I don't really have any specific palettes that aren't well loved except for ones that I'm potentially decluttering, but for the most part, I think that's like 2 palettes in my collection. Everything else I feel like I'm pretty good at giving a turn, but I love the community of it, and I just really like having a group where we're all kind of on the same page with a content creation idea. So for this month, there were 2 palettes and a theme, as with every month. What they do is they pick a colorful palette, a neutral palette, and then a theme. That way, if you don't really like duping, which I personally am not a huge fan of, or if you don't have those palettes in your collection, you can just do the theme, which is what I'm doing today, which is why I'm in black and white currently, so I don't give away the look I created. So the theme for April is going to be cat. Now, what that means is it can be inspired by your cat, it can be inspired by a cat type animal, so like a tiger, a lion. It can be just a palette with a cat theming to it, and you can either do the palette bingo or just themed makeup. I like the palette bingo aspect, but for this one I did it with a bit of a twist. I didn't have really any palettes with a cat on it except for one, which I'll show you in a minute. So I did a bit of a twist where I themed it around my cat, which is a little black cat with green eyes, and I picked out a grayscale palette to do the palette bingo with, and then I pulled in a green just to help. So I don't know, it's a little bit of a weird one this time, but the palette I'm palette bingoing is going to be Blowing Smoke. I don't really know why I'm showing you the color story when I'm currently in black and white, but it's all grayscale, blacks, whites, grays type shades if you haven't seen it before. And then the palette that I had with a cat on it is going to be the Phantom Thieves palette, and it has this kitty cat Morgana, who is a character in the game. So I gave myself a grace with this palette. Originally I was just going to let myself use the green, which is Futaba. You will see it properly soon enough. And then I did also decide to dip into Morgana, which is a black, it's like a matte with kind of some sparkle in it. So I allowed myself to use those 2 shades from this palette, no questions asked. But then yeah, the Blowin Smoke was a palette bingo, and I had to use everything that I drew in this palette. So that's how I did it this time around. There are rules to follow, but with the theme one, it's a little bit more flexible. Like, you don't even have to do palette bingo for the theme. But because it's palette bingo of shame, I wanted to do the palette bingo aspect, but I wanted to make sure, because last month I didn't get really any good green gold shades for the St. Patrick's Day. I wanted to at least get the colors I needed for today, so I gave myself a little bit of grace using the one palette I had with a cat on it. It's just what I did. Everyone's going to be a little bit different. It's just a place to be creative, but I am rambling on. So with that said, guys, let's go ahead and hop into choosing my shades. Alrighty guys, so let's generate some numbers. So I have it 1 through 9, as you can see, and we're gonna start with 3. So we have a nice 1, 2, 3 transitioning shade, which is great. I think that'll be really nice to have. Get another number. Oh, I have to press stop. 8. Okay, so it looks like we got Full Metal here, and the first shade was called Stone Face. I hope I get one of the blacks because my cat is black, so it'd be kind of weird if I didn't get one of them, so I need either 7 or 9. So this one's weird. I have to start and stop it. 2. Okay, so we got Smokin'. I don't need both of those shades. They're so similar, but it's fine. 4. Are you kidding me? Anytime there's a theme, palette bingo is sucky. So we've got Slated. Like, I feel like I'm just gonna keep spinning it until I get a black because my cat's black. 6. Are you kidding? I'm just getting grays. We've got Ignite. 1. I feel like these palette bingo themes are not for me. I literally got everything except for one of the 2 blacks. How many shades is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 shades. I don't want to keep going. I have to. I need a black for this look. This is so stupid. Where do you got that? Frick off. Okay. I'm getting frustrated at palette bingo. So we did get our black, which I need. I wanted to get both of the good blacks, like both of the actual blacks, but whatever. At least I have a black to work with now. So for my black cat, we've got a whole lot of grays to work with. And then I'm not palette bingoing this one. This palette, I'm giving myself 1 free shade to use. A, because there's a cat on it. And B, I want the green because that's my cat's eye color. So I think I explained that all in the intro though, so I'm not too worried about it. I am going to kind of get my eyes prepped and we will get started shortly. Or in literally a second for you guys. Alright guys, I'm going to show you my makeup inspiration here. You know what? I actually have a black primer that I think I might use. So I'm gonna start. I think I want tape. I feel like a cat inspired look needs a nice sharp edge. I'm gonna start with my translucent eye primer. And I'm only gonna do one eye on camera, but I'm gonna prime this part of both eyes. So I'm putting the translucent all up in my brow bone and above my crease. Now, going into the Blowin Smoke palette, we're just going to start with the 2 lightest shades that I was so generously given. So we're going to start with the lightest shade, which is called Young Love. I'm just going to pick it up on a nice big fluffy brush. Did you see all that fallout? Crazy. And I'm just going to pop that up in my brow bone. Honestly, I feel like just a kind of basic smoky eye is what I can do with a black cat as inspiration and the colors I was given. So I'm just going to kind of do an ombre effect where I start as light as I can and slowly deepen up. Kind of the vibe I think I'm going for. Now we're going to go into Stone Face. And I'm just gonna pop that all along as well, just kind of following along. I really didn't need both of these shades, but it's fine. Kind of ridiculous. They don't look really any different on the eye, but we're fine. Everything's fine. Let's go in to, what did I get? Oh, we got both of those two. Okay, I guess Ignite is the next lightest color, so we'll do Ignite and then Slated. Ridiculous. I thought I only got one of these as well, but of course I got both. All right, now I'm picking up Slated, and we're gonna pop that into the crease. Again, basically just slowly ombreing it. That was a lot of product I picked up, so I'm just going in with my biggest fluffy brush and softening all the edges. I don't even know if most of these shades will still be like visible at all by the end of this, but it's fine. I'm gonna go in with my black Morphe eye primer now, which I rarely get to use, so I'm also not very good at using it. And I'm just gonna grab it on like, it looks like a pencil brush, but it's super thick. And I'm gonna prime the whole lid, I guess. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get that primer kind of blended in so that once I put the black over top of it, it'll be easy to blend between the other shades. I don't know if I'm doing a good job or not. Where is my brush? Now we're going into Let's Do It, which is the black shade that I had to fight to get. This palette has a crazy amount of fallout. I'm just gonna put that literally everywhere that I put the black. I'm gonna use the 2 shades over top of it, yes, but I just wanna get everything kind of laid out for mattes. The fallout is insane. I'm sure you can see that, but it's fine. I can clean it up. Just trying to make sure everything is blended really nicely and that the transition is very, very smooth. Now I have 2 silvers to use. So I'm just grabbing a little bit of my Unearthly Glimmer Grasp. Just trying to pick out some brushes as well. I really should wash my brushes tonight. I've been saying that for a couple days now. Not super long, just a few days. All right, we're gonna pick up a little bit of that Glimmer Grasp just on a flat brush, and I'm just gonna put it on like the first bit of the lid. And we're gonna start with Full Metal, and then afterwards we'll go into Smokin'. All right, so Full Metal is gonna go on this inner part. Grabbing a little bit more Glimmer Grasp and popping that right beside, what was it, Full Metal. And I'm gonna pick up Smokin'. And I'm just popping that right where I placed that glitter primer. Okay, now let's pop Let's Do It, which is the black shade, onto the lower lash line. And I just want that to be pretty nice and intense. Oh, I think that's all we need for that palette. So now we're gonna go into Phantom Thieves, and I know I said I get this shade. I'm gonna cheat code it and take both of these shades because I want a this isn't the best shade, don't get me wrong. It kind of picks up like crap, but I want a partially shimmer black to help blend this shimmer into the black. So I don't care if it's cheating, I'm taking it, and I'm also going to take the green because I already planned to take that. The black shade is technically the cat's shade anyways. It's Morgana from the game, so it's fine. I'm allowed. I'm not going to take a lot of it. I just really want them to transition together nicely. So I'm just going to pop it again right beside that shimmer and into the matte black. And I'm just going to pick up Morgana. Again, it's not a very good shade, but I'm thinking it'll do what I want it to, of just making that transition from the mattes to the shimmer a little bit smoother. Yeah, it's a very subtle shift, like change, but it's exactly what I wanted to make everything kind of fade into itself better. So that's good. I am going to clean everything up as best as I can before putting that green down because I want the green to be as impactful as possible. And if I try freaking around with the blacks and cleaning it up, it's just going to take away from the greens. Just going to take the tape off. All right, going into a little bit more Glimmer Grasp. And I'm popping that on my brow bone and inner corner. Time to add that pop of green. I'm just gonna grab a little bit more. I really want that pop to be poppin'. Okay, going into the Phantom Thieves palette and using Futaba and running that along the brow bone. Again, I'm building it up as much as humanly possible. I want that pop to really, really be there. And also just gonna really take my time building it up on the inner corner here. Alrighty, I'm gonna throw some black in my waterline here. Alrighty guys, that's all I'm doing for eyeshadow, so I'm gonna hop off, finish off the rest of the look, and I will come and show you when it's complete. Alrighty guys, we are back with the completed look, and I think it turned out really well. Considering the vibe I was going for, I am really quite happy with the look. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know what I used to finish everything off. So for my primer, I just went in with my Unearthly Cosmetics Satin Sorcery Primer. Along with, for foundation, I went with my Covergirl Blurring Skin Tint, and I am liking this a lot better as a very light coverage that I really just apply with my hands. That's been the best way to use this on my normal to dry skin. I did go in with my Lash Step eyeshadow stick in Crystal. I got this in my Ice Cream Beauty box. It did come broken, but I don't really care about eyeshadow sticks, so I'm using it as a highlighter, and I have been enjoying it. It has a really nice sparkle to it. I also went in with my QO blush stick in the shade Kiss. After that, I just set everything with my Covergirl Clean Invisible in Buff Beige. I'm trying to get this one used up and emptied out of my collection. For powder blush, I did decide to go in with one of my Kitty Cat Sailor Moon blushes. I love this. This one is in From the Moon. It just felt fitting. I wanted the pinky because like pop pads are usually pink, and then also it's one of the few things makeup related that has a cat on it, so I did decide to go into that. For highlight, I went in with my Charmacy highlight in Illuminator. This one has a really pretty green shift, and since my cat has green eyes, I definitely wanted to put in a couple extra pops of green. For the rest of my eyes, I just went in with my Megafy Lengthening Mascara. My lashes are off Amazon. I wish I had like a little green cluster I could have put in. I need to order some colored clusters just for creative looks. I'm dying to do it. But your girl's on a budget and can only buy certain things at certain times. I went in with my Wet n Wild Baby's Got Black pencil liner on the waterline. I think I did that on camera, but I don't know, so I'm just telling you. And then we went in with my Essence Eyebrow Designer in Brown 02, just to touch up the brows, not that you can see them. I want to trim my bangs a little bit. For the gems, I just used my lash glue and then popped the gems on. I also just got these lashes off Amazon. And then for lips, I actually lined it with my Wet n Wild Baby's Got Black eyeliner because I don't have a black lip pencil. It didn't do the greatest job, but I used it anyways. And then I mixed these two together. So this one, the black is from Wet n Wild. It's a liquid catsuit lipstick in So Noir Cool. And then this is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics lipstick in Venus Flytrap. I don't shop Jeffree Star anymore. I just use what I own. Although I will need to find a green like this again once this one is done, because I really like it just in the middle as like an ombre effect sometimes. I'll have to figure that out. I did also go in with a gloss. This one is from Unearthly Cosmetics and it's in Predator. It also has that nice greeny shift, which I felt like was a good addition for that black cat with green eyes kind of vibe. So that is everything I used to finish off the look. I hope you enjoyed watching me go through it. Again, I really do enjoy the palette bingos, although the themes have not been treating me very well. This look wouldn't have worked unless I had kept spinning for numbers until I got the black. So it is what it is. I managed to make it work. And then again, I had to pull in the green from this palette. Otherwise, again, it just wouldn't have worked. So those were my two little cheat codes. But other than that, I think I did really well with this look, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. It does help my channel out a lot. And feel free to hit that subscribe button if you feel so inclined to do so. I post at least twice a week, typically on Sunday and Wednesday. Sometimes there are exceptions because this is posted on the 16th specifically of every month, I believe. So there are occasional shifts with when I post or additional posts in a week, but I try to post at least twice a week. And with all that said, guys, I will catch you in my next one. Bye!